Look, it's the most important election of your lifetime. Act like it. Get involved.
Today, the road to the White House includes a stop here in Pima County. Republican nominee and former President Donald Trump is making his second stop in southern Arizona in the last 3 months.
His visit to Tucson today is his first campaign event since the debate with Vice President Kamala Harris, and it'll be his first time coming to the city of Tucson since 2016.
Now, our Blake Phillips is joining us live right now outside the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall downtown. That's Blake, where we're expecting Trump to arrive today, and we're still far away from what Trump will deliver as far as his remarks. But Blake, the scene, I think we can hear some noise behind you. So what are you seeing right now?
Well, right now, people are already starting to line up. Again, you just mentioned it. We're pretty far away from when he's actually expected to deliver his speech. Door's not set to open until around 10:45, but we'll show you the line in just a second. I wanted to, ahead of former President Trump's arrival, sit down with the Pima County Republican Chair, Dave Smith, talk about the significance of this rally. Again, Trump hasn't been here since 2016. He hasn't been to Tucson, rather. He was in Arizona earlier last month. You're seeing some video on your screen of that visit. He made a stop in Sierra Vista in Cochise County, headed to the border wall. But Arizona is historically a red state up until 2020. They're trying to drive the vote back up, starting here in Pima County, a county where the Democrats had a lead of almost 100,000 votes in a race in the state that was decided by 10,500 votes. So Dave Smith says, the Pima County chair says that is significant of how much of a national focus we're seeing from the national level with President Trump making those stops here, former President Trump rather. But Democrat voters we spoke with aren't very happy that he's here.
Well, now that the primaries are over, the people need to unite around those who have won the primary and get them elected. And this kind of unifying gesture, this whole event, helps get people focused on the end goal.
Tucson is my home, and it's such an impressive community, and it just doesn't fit Donald Trump's rhetoric very well. So.
And Jose, you touched on it a little bit about the issues. We're not exactly sure what the former president is going to say, but traditionally at his rallies, he touches on the big issues: economy, housing, especially here in Arizona. He talks immigration. Here's what he had to say last month at the border wall.
If they wanted to close the border, which they don't. They'll have 100 million people come in and totally destroy, ruin our country.
Now, again, the event's set to kick off today. You can see here to my right, to your left, the line already starting to form. The first people we saw getting here around 4 a.m., but the line has really started to pick up over the last 30 minutes or so once more people started getting let in. They're not letting people officially line up behind the guardrails behind me. That's going to be around closer to 7 or 8 o'clock. But we're going to be here throughout the day, and we'll have more coverage coming up in just a little bit.
All right, Blake Phillips reporting for us live downtown. Blake, thank you. We'll stay tuned.
As Blake alluded to, we'll check back in with him later this morning. It'll be the case as he sees anything developing. For any stories you want Blake to look into otherwise, you can always reach out by scanning that QR code there on your screen. So as we saw Blake show us, Trump will take the stage inside the Linda Ronstadt Music Hall. That fact compelled the venue's namesake to say that she disapproves of the event. Ronstadt said on Facebook, sharing this post, that she's sad to see the former president's, quote, hate show, end quote, come to town. In her post, the multiple Grammy-winning singer said she, quote, deplores what she called Trump's toxic politics, specifically on border policies. Ronstadt wrote, the first time Trump ran for president, he warned about rapists coming from Mexico. She went as far as to say she's, quote, worried about keeping the rapist out of the White House. She ended her post with a nod to past comments Senator J.D. Vance has made, saying, quote, this cat lady will be voting proudly in November for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, end quote.
On the other side of the aisle, Second Gentleman Doug Emhoff is also making his way to Tucson today to drum up support for his wife, Kamala Harris. Emhoff will be going to a Democratic Party event. Well, they haven't shared details of it. The Arizona Democratic Party says they do plan to post more about it on their website. The Harris campaign, it says this visit will highlight the contrast between the two presidential campaigns. And we'll be following Trump and Emhoff today as their visits play out. You can tune in to KGUN 9 tonight for special coverage. And tomorrow on Good Morning Tucson, we'll have a closer look at what each campaign had to say.